Hey everyone, welcome to Craving Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Now in this video, I'm going to break down a new behind the scenes interview with Jamie Lee Curtis. And in this interview, JLC reveals what we can expect in the opening of Halloween Ends, and also the mentality behind her final battle with Michael Myers. She also opens up and shares the emotions she feels in playing Laurie Strode and how that extends beyond not only her, but is shared amongst the cast and crew. Let's go! So first up in this interview with Bloody Disgusting, let's hear what Jamie Lee Curtis has to say about the opening of Halloween Ends.
The opening of this movie is every parent's worst nightmare. This is a babysitter with a child on Halloween night that goes terribly wrong. It's so crazy intense and beautiful and beautifully shot and put together visually. And it is a startling and thrilling way to open this last Halloween movie.
So Jamie Lee Curtis lays out pretty much what to expect in the opening of Halloween Ends. So the whole basic opening of this film is going to start with this child probably being murdered, and then Corey becomes the suspect because he is the babysitter of this child. And she uses some descriptive words like, it's so crazy intense. And then she says it's beautiful and beautifully shot and put together visually. And then she says it is a startling and thrilling way to open up this last Halloween movie. So now we know what to expect when we go in right from the beginning. We will be having a scene with the child, and the murder is probably going to take place. And we'll see, probably in that scene, who the murderer is. I'm suspecting it will be Michael, or it will be a copycat of Michael that actually does murder the child that Corey's babysitting, that he'll later get accused of killing if he doesn't actually kill the child himself. We'll have to wait and see about that one. All right, now next up, let's hear what Jamie Lee Curtis has to say about the final battle between Laurie and Michael.
Laurie doesn't see Michael coming, and that's a very different result. So the fight with Michael is much more violent, unexpected, and it has to be like a street brawl.
So now we're getting into what really the majority of us, I think, are going to see. And especially like the casual Halloween fan who's not necessarily the hardcore fan, I'd be willing to say that 98% of those fans are going to see this particular event more than anything else in the film. And for all of us, even diehard fans who know the franchise inside and out, I venture to say the majority of us as well are ready to see this final battle between Laurie and Michael. It's Halloween Ends. And so I love how she describes this final battle between them being like a street brawl. And you really get that sense as well, when you watch the footage. All the footage that we've seen in the trailer and the TV spots that are in there in the kitchen, for example, all of those scenes, you get that feeling of a brawl. It is a legit throwdown. Now, she also mentioned how in Laurie's mind, she does not even see Michael coming. So the fight between them is much more violent, unexpected, and has to be like a street brawl. And that's what we're going to be getting. And I am so ready to see them go at it in this type of fashion where it's just a reckless abandon, just going after it, trying to get him to die once and for all these years of these pent-up feelings and frustrations that had come with being Laurie Strode, all of these now finally coming to fruition one last time to basically knock him off the map. And I'm so excited to see Laura fight him. And I do believe it's going to be what it says. It's going to be violent, and it's going to be a street brawl. It's going to be no holds barred. Now, we've already seen Michael pick Laurie up and throw her across the countertop or onto a table with one arm. I mean, it's going to be intense. And then we see the scene where she jumps on top of him, literally, sitting across the top of him, hitting him, maybe even stabbing him. They didn't show all of that's going to happen. But anyway, it's going to be intense. It's going to be over the top. And that's what we want to see. That's what I want to see in this final battle between Laurie and Michael. So anyway, I was excited to hear her share this and basically reinforce what we've been saying here on the channel forever now, it seems like, is that we want that ending to land. It needs to be a solid ending. And it needs to be an ending that we're engaged with, that we're following along, we're rooting for Laurie in this situation. And every punch, every stab, every strangle, every throw, every knockdown, just the entire fight, we are just in the zone, feeling it, and just hopefully seeing Laurie come out on top and defeat Michael. But I also think there's a very good chance that she does not survive and that we're going to see this be Laurie's final battle with Michael. And unfortunately, she will not survive it. But I hope she does win. All right. And finally now, let's hear what Jamie Lee Curtis says about the emotion of playing Laurie Strode.
The whole concept of a horror movie is to stimulate emotions. And the making of it does the same thing. We're creative people, all of us. So to have done it 3 times with a group of people, and knowing that I'm not going to get to do it again with that same group of people really has been very tough for me. And I've been a little weepy because I really care about them. And I'm always so happy to see them again. So it will be difficult to say goodbye to this group of people.
So this final clip of Jamie Lee Curtis really just shows the emotion that she has and the care that she holds for the part of Laurie Strode. And it really does mean a lot. I love it when you hear actors, or not even actors, just anyone that is creating, anyone in the arts who express their emotions openly like this. I think that really bodes well for those characters, because there's a certain vulnerability to being transparent like this. And when she comes out and says, hey, I love these people, I realize that, I'm not going to be making another movie with this group of people. And she even mentions how, the whole thing about horror movies is to generate, emotion. And everyone there is an artist. Everyone there is creating this movie, no matter what their specific role is in the production. And so I love hearing this. And again, I would much rather hear her talk about the film this way and her role this way than the opposite, where it's just dry, very emotionless kind of thing. This at least tells me that she is invested. All right. She cares about this character. She cares about her role in this trilogy. And so I based on that alone, just really, again, reinforces my excitement and my expectations of what we could see. And I'm sure there's going to be like another trailer coming out. But honestly, I'm okay if there's not. I've seen enough, heard enough that, we've got 3 weeks to go now, just under 3 weeks to go. Or I should say just under 4 weeks to go. and this movie is going to be out. So I'm okay if we get nothing else from here on out, but I suspect we probably will. But as far as Jamie Lee goes, this was a revealing interview, and it gave us a little bit more insight into what we can expect to see in Halloween Ends, and also a little extra insight into her as a person and how she handles, the emotion and the weightiness of this being the final film for her story in Halloween. All right, everyone. Now I want to know what you think about Jamie Lee Curtis's comments and what she had to say about the film and her own emotion here regarding her part in this film as well. Tell me what you think about it. I want to hear your opinions, thoughts, and ideas in the comments section below. So start typing your comments now, and I would love to discuss them with you. Well, guys, that's it for this update, but I'll be back soon with more Halloween Ends and other horror movie content. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next time, this is Craving Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Thank you for watching.